Here are the 5 essential facts for Bharaṇī nakshatra. It's located between 13 degrees 20 minutes and 26 degrees 40 minutes of the first segment in the sidereal zodiac. That means that it's between 7 degrees 26 minutes and 20 degrees 46 minutes tropical Taurus. So if you have something in between those coordinates, you have something in this nakshatra. The next important fact is what type of nakshatra it is. Bharaṇī is an Ugra nakshatra. Ugra nakshatras are known for being very strong and powerful, being able to get things done. So Bharaṇī is very strong and it uses its strength to get something accomplished. The name, the next important fact is what the name means. Bharaṇī. Bharaṇī means she who bears. So bears what? Well, I don't know, but that requires strength, doesn't it? To carry something requires Ugra, requires strength. So you're getting some kind of a picture now, right? This is an Ugra nakshatra called Bharaṇī. It's a strong nakshatra called the bearer, she who bears. Now the symbol for Bharaṇī is a vagina, right? What picture am I going to use for this one? Let's try it again. The symbol for Bharaṇī is a vagina. This is a sacred vagina, as they all are. This is a famous statue from India. Now, vaginas are sacred, as I mentioned, right? Because they're the source of life. Now you get an idea about what's being born. Born. When you have a child, the child is born. You bear it, and then it's born. This nakshatra means a child-bearing woman, or the effort to bear a child, the strength required to bear a child. That is what Bharaṇī is talking about. It's an Ugra nakshatra, it's strong. It's called the bearer, and it's symbolized by a vagina. So, it's about the strength required to bear a child. And now the final essential fact about this nakshatra is the devata. The devata is Yama. Many times you'll hear Yama described, and I think you'll even see it in my book, 27 Stars, 27 Gods, as the god of death. But you know, I'm going to change that in the next edition. Because God, he's not really the god of death. It's not like he makes people die. What does Yama, the word, actually mean? It actually means discipline or restraint. So Yama is actually the god of discipline. That's why his nakshatra is strong, Ugra. He's the god of discipline and restraint. That's why he's the god who judges everybody. Because he's the god of discipline. So he's the one who punishes or rewards. Just to give you some background about Yama, his situation is related to Varuna, the devata of Shatabisha nakshatra. Varuna was the head of paradise, the head of the heavens, the king of the heavens. And then after some complication, Indra took the opportunity to overthrow him, oust him fairly peacefully. Then when Varuna, however, he was the qualified one because he was present everywhere. He is the sky or space, which is everywhere. So he is present everywhere, so he was qualified to judge everybody because he could see everybody perfectly. And he was qualified to be the leader because he's so powerful, because he's everywhere. So when Indra took over and Varuna was put out of power, Varuna's power was impossible for Indra to succeed, to take over. He couldn't fill those shoes. So that's why he always has to drink some power-up liquid called soma. He's got to constantly power him up. And he also has to get help. Vishnu has to help him all the time because Vishnu is consciousness, which is the ultimate sky, the ultimate space, the ultimate thing which is everywhere is consciousness. So Vishnu has to help, and Yama has to help. Vishnu actually delegates power to Yama, so that now that Varuna's gone, Yama can have the power to see everywhere and see everything that's done, witness everything, and therefore be fit to judge everybody. Varuna used to do this task. So now that's what Yama does. He's fit to judge everybody. So after death, he assesses your deeds and then decides on what's going to be rewarded, what's going to be punished. Okay, so let's talk about how this relates to the nakshatra itself. So what do you get when you go to a judge like Yama? You don't get favors. You get what you deserve. And that's the nature of Bharaṇī nakshatra. You're going to get what you deserve. This is the nakshatra where you put in effort to deserve something. You put in work. This nakshatra is very akin to the saying, no pain, no gain. Think about childbirth. Can you possibly have a child with no pain? But there's a great gain. So that's what Bharaṇī nakshatra is all about. The discipline, the strength, the fortitude, patience, endurance required to do something really, really important, like have a child. The Krura planets, which are the stronger planets, the tougher planets, Mars, Saturn, and the Sun, these are well suited for this nakshatra, which is ugra, strong, and requiring strength, discipline, and strength. The Sun and Mars have a very similar effect in Bharaṇī nakshatra. They both signify great self-discipline or self-regulation. They both signify independent strength. Now, any planet in Bharaṇī nakshatra is also going to show you what you have to struggle for to give new birth to this planet that's in Bharaṇī. So if you have the Sun in Bharaṇī, the effort is going to be on giving birth to a better self-concept. Better self-concept means one where the independence is not out of balance with the interdependence, and where the discipline is not out of balance with the fun. If Mars is in Bharaṇī, it's similar. There's a struggle to realize a better concept of independence and how it relates to interdependence. The other Krura planet is Saturn. Saturn in Bharaṇī represents great patience, determination, tenacity, responsibility, great endurance. But there's also going to be the struggle here is to realize poverty or scarcity and grief or unhappiness, to realize how to approach them, how to deal with them, to give birth to a better concept of what really is wealth and what really is poverty, what really is opulence and what really is scarcity, what really is happiness and what really is grief. This is a big issue if Saturn is in Bharaṇī. Now, as for the Somya planets, like Jupiter, Venus, and Mercury, these guys don't have the muscle that Bharaṇī wants, but they are good by nature. So there's going to be some mixed effects with these three in Bharaṇī. And Jupiter is pretty okay, because Jupiter by nature has a lot of morals. And that goes well with Yama's nakshatra, the nakshatra of discipline. So with Jupiter in Bharaṇī, that signifies very strong morals, principles, and ethics, and being disciplined or able to achieve discipline as a result of that. But there's going to have to be that effort to birth this. There's going to be the effort to birth this moral regulation of oneself. And another thing about Jupiter and Bharaṇī is there's going to be the tendency towards depression or negativity, because the positivity is challenged. The positivity of Jupiter is challenged here in this Bharaṇī nakshatra. Jupiter represents children, So that's a very important theme when Jupiter's in Bharaṇī. There's some significant challenge to having children, or there's a challenge to having a really good relationship with a child. You should be able to do that, to have children and have a very good relationship with the child, but after the effort is put in, after a struggle is put in. Now with Venus in Bharaṇī, this is all about a need to learn discipline, to learn self-control, to learn how to regulate pleasure and indulgence and not go overboard. Then the other thing that's, see, Venus represents cooperation, generosity, gentility, forgiveness, love. So if Venus is in Bharaṇī, it symbolizes needing to give birth to this. The effort has to be put in to learn and figure out how to be forgiving, why to be forgiving, what's the merit of it, what's the worth of it, look at the worth of it, how to be forgiving, how to be generous in heart, not just in deed, how to be cooperative and not a loner or a separatist. That's an issue with Venus in Bharaṇī. So if you have Venus and Mars together in Bharaṇī, or Venus and Sun together in Bharaṇī, that becomes a significant issue because they're combining. These themes are basically the same, aren't they? Now, let's talk about Mercury in Bharaṇī. Mercury is a very relaxed planet. It's a friendly planet. It's an easygoing planet. It's a light planet. So that doesn't really gel well with Bharaṇī, which is very disciplined and strong and serious. So my interpretation here for Mercury and Bharaṇī, there's a need to learn the value of relaxation and recreation. And also there's going to be a challenge to have flexibility, not just in the body, but especially in the way you think and the way you speak. To be accommodating and flexible in the way you speak is a significant signification of Mercury and Bharaṇī. There'll be a struggle to realize two things: how to have enjoyable friendships and enjoyable, just ordinary exchanges, give and take with people. And the second thing is how to have financial discipline. Now we covered the Krura planets and the Somya planets. Then there's three neutral planets: Moon, Rahu, Ketu. The Moon in Bharaṇī is well documented because most of the nakshatras are documented in Sanskrit classics as far as what the Moon does there. And the idea is that the Moon in Bharaṇī makes a person very determined, disciplined, direct. They have their mind on a goal and they go for it. They're not distracted, direct and strong. That's the idea. Now, as far as Rahu Ketu, they're less documented, and I myself also feel like I need to do more research on these two before I say anything in the video. So I'm not going to say anything in this video about Rahu Ketu and Bharaṇī, but you can provide me some. If you have Rahu Ketu and Bharaṇī, then make sure you comment on the video. I'd like to probably get in touch with you. So now I've finished all 27 nakshatras, and I'd like to extend a special thank you to everybody that has watched them all. They're all in one playlist, or you can find them all on my channel. So what I'm going to do next is, I wrote the book 27 Stars, 27 Gods, and that's why I did this series of 27 videos. But in doing the videos, so much more information has become clear about the nakshatras. So now I'm going to produce and release a very, very revised version, or not very, very revised, but very, very increased, enhanced, elaborated version of the 27 Stars, 27 Gods. I expect it might be as much as twice the size. So in that book, I'll have each planet in each nakshatra as well, and I'll put Rahu Ketu in that book. Okay, it was a great experience doing all these nakshatra videos for you. And thank you very much for watching them, liking them, commenting on them. It was really great. Got to know a lot of you through your comments. You have so many people subscribed to the channel. I think it's pretty hard to believe. I think before I did this series, I had like 400 subscribers, and now I have like almost 4,000. So it's getting close to 4,000. So that's pretty amazing. Thank you very much. And The next series that I'm going to be doing in videos is step-by-step how to analyze birth charts. That's my next series, plus my interviews and all that. And then I just put out random topics now and then. So thank you very much. See you soon.